Morning guys, welcome to another episode of my school day diaries written by my mum. Kicking off today, Monday the 22nd of February. Had school dinners, had football but didn't want to stay after school for extra practice. Went up to church in the morning but the rector had gone out, so they all walked back to school again. Got the results from his assessment test. He got 14 wrong out of about 37. Got a star for his assessment test. Tuesday the 23rd of February. Had dinners, cottage pie, green beans, and he couldn't remember what the other thing was. For afters he had syrup pudding and custard and a drink of orange. Did a picture of Toad with Ben, Paul and David. Had PE indoors with the apparatus. Wanted to go home with John, but we didn't see his mum. Wednesday the 24th. Had school dinners, did his corrections for his assessment test and got them all right and was given a star. Brought John home for tea and they played. Thursday the 25th. Adam didn't really want to go to school because he kept saying he'd got a headache. He probably had, but I said I thought he would be all right. But if it should get any worse, to tell his teacher. Paul bought him a sticker book and he finished his Toad picture. Friday the 26th of February. Had school dinners, had lasagna with spaghetti and potatoes, mousse and drink of orange. Went to church and did maths. Monday the 29th. Had school dinners today, chips, meat, runner beans. For afters he had custard. Didn't want the carrot cake or the apple crumble. Did maths, 2 cards. Sold books at break time for fundraising week. Asked if he could take some money for the disco tomorrow. Had to think of a comic strip, but he hasn't finished it yet. It's about Superbot. Had country dancing, which he didn't like very much. Learned a new dance called Pat Cake Polka. John bought him a book because Adam forgot to take his money for fundraising. He's going to give him the 10p tomorrow. Tuesday the 1st of March. Adam took £1 to school today for the disco and to buy a book or two. He said the disco was good and he was pleased I let him wear his new trainers. Had school dinners, turkey, potato, croquette, mixed veg. For afters he had chocolate gatto. Took some books for the sale and they all sold. Did some maths, brought home a book from the sale. Wednesday the 2nd of March. Adam brought John home for tea. They had a lovely time and he had school dinners. Thursday the 3rd. Had school dinners, peas, mash, burger and custard. Went to John's after school. We had a lovely time. He saw the dogs. Friday the 4th. Had school dinners, beans, potatoes and couldn't remember what the other thing was called. For afters he had mousse. Watched a concert given by Class 4. Had Mrs. Plum for a while this morning. Waved goodbye to John. Did maths. Did one picture for his comic strip. Monday the 7th. Up early to give Daddy his birthday present. Had dinners. Had tummy ache when he came home. Went to bed early. He's had a bad cold. Tuesday the 8th of March. Had school dinners, fish cake, mash and peas, then ice bun. He said he didn't eat his mash. Around 1:30, Mrs. Jackson phoned and said Adam was in the staff room with tummy ache, so I fetched him home. He laid in bed for a while, but as soon as Caroline was home, he got up and dressed. Wednesday the 9th of March. Couldn't remember what he did. Thursday the 10th of March. Adam didn't go to school today, he had tummy ache. I took him for a ride in the car. He was very anxious about my driving. I don't know who was more nervous, him or me. He was glad when we got back. It cured his tummy ache anyway. I bet it did. He ate lunch and played outside. Friday the 11th of March. Was well to go to school today. Took his note to Mrs. Peters. Had school dinners. Had fish cake, beans and potatoes and butterscotch angel delight with cornflakes. With a drink of orange. This morning he made the most beautiful flower for Mother's Day and this afternoon made a little card to go with it, with Mrs. Willett. Monday the 14th of March. Came home for lunch. This pleased him a lot. Had PE in the hall, did maths, wore tights for school under his trousers because he's... What? Had PE... Wore tights for school under his trousers because he said they itched. Oh, my trousers itch. Yeah, I used to be a nightmare for itchy trousers. I wore tights. Oh, man. Tuesday the 15th of March. Brought Lee home for tea. They played well. And then she's put in here, missed a week. So she's missed a week out here. And then it was the Easter holidays. So then we get on to Monday the 11th of April. Took sandwiches for lunch today. He wasn't as eager as Caroline to go back to school, but went running off when we had crossed the road. Did maths all day, had games, the bats and balls in the playground, brought home paper for Royal Tournament. Tuesday the 12th of April. Whilst walking to school, I noticed his trousers were looking bulky. When I asked him if he'd got his tracksuit trousers underneath, he said yes. I told him he would be very hot in class and he wasn't to do it again. And for punishment, I said he wasn't allowed to go out after school today. Them bloody trousers were well itchy, mate, I tell you. Watched TV, zigzag about a treasure hunt, had new blinds fitted in class 3, did some maths, done 2 cards, country dancing this afternoon. Wednesday the 13th of April. Took sandwiches for lunch, did maths, 2 cards. Had country dancing, which he doesn't like very much. Started a big daffodil with Marie to put on the window. Went on the computer, drew pictures with the turtle on the floor. Thursday the 14th of April. Had his maths marked. He got some right and some wrong. But Mrs. Peters still gave him a star. Drew a map on squared paper, ready to use with the computer. Watched Junior Maths with Mrs. Plum. Friday the 15th of April. Had a good day at school. He was very excited when he came out of school. He was busy telling me all about the play Class 3 are doing in assembly on Monday morning. It's all about St. George, and Adam's playing the part of St. George. He had a black nose and said he'd been playing with the stamp. Right, we'll end that one there today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one, and I'll see you on the next one.